Welcome to another episode of Coding with Scratch. Today we'll be talking about more kinds of control blocks, in this case if-then statements, and sense blocks. But this might be a little difficult for beginners, so please watch parts 1 and 2 if you haven't yet. But if you have, let's get right into it. But wait, I have a couple of announcements. If you're watching this like in a school or in anything important, you can skip this part. First of all, thank you so much for 300 subscribers. I really appreciate it. Since this is the 300 subscriber special, I'm going to use Henry Stickmin themed sprites. Henry and a diamond. Second of all, this one's not really an announcement, but since I want you to see the whole screen, the floating head won't be there for a little while. So, as you can see, here I've opened Scratch and I have my sprites. So let's get coding. What do we want Henry to do? You know, like he's just there standing with a straight face. So we should probably make him react to something. Maybe we should make him react when the diamond is near him. Here we have the event blocks, but there's nothing that matches. There's no event block that says if diamond touches Henry. So now what? Well, there is a different kind of block that matches what we want. These are control blocks. These are the if-then-else statements or blocks. These blocks can help your sprite react to other sprites. Actually, it's not just other sprites it can react to. It can also react to the things that the user does. But here comes another problem. These blocks seem to have hollow spaces, but no other regular block can fit inside. So what do we fill those in with? There is a kind of block that fits inside. These are sense blocks. These blocks obviously sense things, like if the sprite is touching things, touching colors, or when the mouse is in a certain position. And as you're about to see, it fits perfectly inside, and it does make sense. If touching mouse pointer, then what does Henry do? That's our next question. Let's say we just want him to switch his costume to happy. But when do we want him to start sensing that? Of course, we will need an event block, and we want him to do it when we click the green flag. But, again, it only runs once. So what you need to do for a control block like if-then, you need a forever block around it to make sure it keeps sensing it. Now we can see if it works. I know you can't see my mouse right now, but our code is working. But now he's stuck happy forever. So now, when this happens, you just need to replace the if-then with an if-then-else. Let me just change this to diamond because it was our first idea. Now we just have to move this in here and move this in here. Now, as you can see, I've moved the blocks. And now let's try to read it if our code makes sense. If touching diamond, then switch costume to happy. Else, or if not, let's make him switch his costume to idle. Now, let's just put it back here, and let's test it. So this should make Henry happy when we put the diamond near him. And it works! If we put the diamond away, he's bored again. I sure hope he doesn't try to steal it. Although it came late, I hope you learned and enjoyed this episode of Coding with Scratch. Make sure to keep exploring and learning. Bye! See you in the next one!